Good afternoon, thank you for joining me. I am Precious Mzea Sakaleji. Welcome to Camnet TV Midday News. The headlines. Government urged to do more in addressing inflation. The court discontinues the case involving Patrick Mucheleka and 3 others. Join me with the Midday News in detail after this commercial.
2021 is finally here. Zambia is at the crossroads heading towards general elections this August. In the world where fake news, biased reporting on national issues has become the order of the day, in a world where social media in most cases spills lies and exaggerated information, insightful coverage, Zambia needs one media. Living in a country where people are slowly promoting tribalism, hatred, bitterness and revenge, political temperature is heating up and people's hearts are perplexed. Zambia needs one media. Zambia being a Christian nation living under the lordship of Jesus Christ, the nation cannot afford a compromised gospel. Zambia needs a prophetic media house. For hope, peace and unity, Zambia needs Camnet television. For non-biased, factual reporting, balanced opinion, accurate news coverage, Zambia needs Camnet television. For national projects and development of our beloved country Zambia, watch Camnet TV on channel 274 DSTV, channel 98 on Go TV and channel 106 on Topstar. Remember, Camnet TV is not just another channel.
Another media news in detail. The Golden Party of Zambia has backed government's decision to dissolve Western Water Board of Directors. GPZ National Chairperson Dr. Fendulani Njovu says government must be in the forefront of having an intolerant stance towards any misapplication and misappropriation of national resources. He says the stance taken by government is similar to what his party stands for. Mr. Njovu says the Golden Party of Zambia is on record of being a propaganda and emphasizer of efficiency and effectiveness in the manner institutions handle or manage national resources.
These irregularities in the Western Water Company Board, as highlighted by the National Water Supply and Sanitation Council, to which Honorable Kachinda made reference when dissolving it, raise serious concerns. If left unattended to, such irregularities have capacity to endanger lives of many Zambians. Water is not just a basic human right. It is a necessity, one which when properly handled before consumption and use ensures good health. Every human being, and indeed all Zambians to be specific, do at one point or another drink water or use it for that matter. Hence, we cannot have a situation whereby those handling it have questionable management practices. We therefore propose that a new, sober, responsible and competent Western Water Company Board be instituted so that we enable proper functioning of the company, all for the well-being and the benefit of Zambians.
In other news, the Center for Trade Policy and Development has held the stance taken by the Bank of Zambia to raise lending rates from 8% to 8.5% to tame rising consumer inflation driven by cost push pressures and sharp depreciation of the kwacha. CTPD researcher for public finance Wakumelo Mata notes that in the short term, prices of basic commodities such as groceries and food items are expected to remain high due to the large effect of the weakening currency, but they will slow down in the medium term when the policy measures take full effect. Mr. Mata is, however, concerned by the sustained financial pressures that have continued to inhibit the effectiveness of targeted monetary policy measures. He has since urged the government to realign fiscal and monetary policies to ensure a coordinated approach to the restoration of macroeconomic stability. Mr. Mata feels long-term measures to moderate inflation should largely resolve around increased production and productivity in the agriculture sector.
Now, the Center for Trade Policy and Development welcomes the Bank of Zambia Monetary Policy Committee decision to raise the policy rate to 8.5% from the previous 8%. The rise in the policy rate is expected to subdue aggregate demand pressures and moderate demand pull inflation in the medium term. In the short term, we expect that prices of commodities, basic commodities such as groceries and food items, will remain a bit high on account of the lagged effect of the weakening kwacha, but prices are expected to slow down in the medium term as the MPC decision takes full effect. However, CTPD remains greatly concerned by the sustained fiscal pressures that have continued to inhibit the effectiveness of targeted monetary policy measures. To this end, we urge government to realign fiscal and monetary policies to ensure a coordinated approach towards the restoration of macroeconomic stability.
The residents of Kazomba compound in Solwezi district, Northwestern Province have expressed concern over the lack of streetlights along the streets they call Zesco Junction. The area is said to be too dark, which threatens the security of the citizens, especially at night. It is alleged that the streetlights last worked 4 years ago, thus leading to a rise in criminal activities. The residents are now appealing to Solwezi Municipal Council to address the matter with the urgency it deserves.
Street lighting provides a number of important benefits. It can be used to promote security in urban areas and increase the quality of life by artificially extending the hours in which it is light so that activity can take place. Street lighting also improves safety for drivers, riders, and pedestrians. In Zambia, maintaining street lights, mostly those connected to the national electricity grid, is a challenge for most local authorities as it appears to be costly. Positively, in Zambia's capital city, Lusaka, among other areas, the use of solar-powered streetlights has proved to be a good move, although they have also not been spared from issues of vandalism. However, in Kazomba compound in Solwezi district, Northwestern Province, streetlights along the Zesco junction have not been operational for 4 years now, and the people here are concerned. And vandalism has also been high. One of the residents explains that they are being attacked whenever they are moving at night. Hence, he is calling on the Solwezi Municipal Council to address the matter.
Nasa kapijijanganya na mambo ya street lights abikirenga wakanso muno mukwakwa. Kime kyoba retelea no maraiti tomvuine bingi kachitwasekejire namba baingire kintu kya wama. Mambo we mukwakwa wakwashishengako wanjikajikwenda burongo nekukepanyako bujimbijimbi na ngwamba buka bwarara pano tutwamona kubamba kibe cyo batatwire nekubika ano maraiti mwatemera tukampe maraiti mukwakwa yese kutatura mutauni kufikane kucyawama kafwamo na ngwa maraiti atemane mwaira miranguruko yetu twarangurukira mukampe bakingira pano twamona pa abanda pano tunakwijijanga nyamba maraiti kechi atemane kaiji mumukwako mubena kufita kaji mwayuka muno mwaye bahanyike bemba bakatondo baine tune bashetu babena kwenda kufuga babena kupumwa pajuba nachi bumbanji bwabayirako kabitu tunakuromamba kafurumende tutarepo ne kutemesha maraiti twapokwerapo abetu bena kuyane kumavoti kitu kwasheko kitupeko ne kiza kujya kuvota twimi pokwerapo mambo nambo mwiturangurukepo maraiti.
Efforts to get a comment from the local authority proved futile by broadcast time, but it is with hope that the matter will soon be addressed in order to ensure the safety of the people. Patrick Soko, Camnet News.
The Kasama Magistrate Court has discontinued a case which involves United Party for National Development member Patrick Mucheleka, and 3 others were charged with malicious damage to public property. In this case, Mr. Mucheleka was jointly charged with Samuel Ngwira, Elias Mwanga, and Kelvin Walia with a charge of causing malicious damage to a typewriter, printer and generator property of the Zambian government. When the matter came up yesterday, the state informed the court that it was entering a nolle prosequi in the case.
4 members of the United Party for National Development UPND have been set at liberty by the Kasama Magistrate Court Thursday morning following the state's application to enter a nolle prosequi in the matter. They were accused of malicious damage. Thursday morning, when the quartet appeared before court for continued trial, the state applied to discontinue the case. In this matter, Patrick Mucheleka was jointly charged with Samuel Ngwira, Elias Mwanga, and Kelvin Walia with 1 count of malicious damage of government property worth over 83,000 kwacha. In September 2020, Police arrested the quartet during Lukasha parliamentary by-election on the said allegations. However, in the second count, they charged them with aggravated robbery, a non-bailable offense. After spending few days in custody, they were granted bail following the state's application to enter nolle prosequi in the aggravated robbery charge before the Kasama High Court. They had also applied for bail in relation to the malicious damage offense, which they were granted the sum of 10,000 kwacha cash bail each in their own recognizance. They had pleaded not guilty to the charge. During the Lukasha parliamentary by-election, the quartet had been accused of destroying a typewriter, printer, and a generator, which is said to have been government property. Now, following the court's decision this morning to discharge their case, they can walk with a smiling face. Miriam Kemba, reporting for Camnet TV News.
In other news, a 49-year-old woman of Lusaka's Kamwala South area has found herself behind bars after being nabbed by the Drug Enforcement Commission for trafficking in cocaine. Rhoda Zulu, 49, housewife of Kamwala South, has been arrested for trafficking in 51.4 grams of cocaine. The suspect was intercepted at her house. In the meantime, the Commission has in Northwestern and Eastern Province arrested 8 people for unlawful cultivation of fresh cannabis plants weighing over 300 kilograms, contrary to Cap 96 of the laws of Zambia. Commission Public Relations Officer Teresa Katongo gave an account of the incident.
DEC in Lusaka has arrested a 49-year-old woman of Kamwala South for trafficking in cocaine. Rhoda Zulu, aged 49, and a housewife of Kamwala South, has been arrested for trafficking in 51.4 grams of cocaine. This suspect was intercepted at her house. And in a related development, the commission has arrested Ilunga Chisha, aged 44, also of Kamwala South, for trafficking in 2.8 grams of cocaine. Meanwhile, we have in Northwestern Province and Eastern Provinces arrested 8 people for unlawful cultivation of fresh cannabis plants weighing over 300 kilograms. This is contrary to Cap 96 of the laws of Zambia. Those arrested include Lucky Gumande, male age 39, Rogers Makondo, male age 61, Tabi Muke, male age 31, and an 18-year-old boy of Kisalala compound in Solwezi for unlawful cultivation of fresh cannabis plants weighing 260 kilograms. Others arrested in Eastern Province are Shom Simuko, male age 38, Alec Piri, male age 53, Emmanuel Banda, male age 39, and Simon Zulu, male age 69, for unlawful cultivation of fresh cannabis plants weighing 56 kilograms. All the suspects are in police custody and arrangements are being made for their appearance before courts of competent jurisdiction at an appropriate time.
Well, that news item brings us to the end of Camnet TV Midday News. But before we go, the headlines once again. Government urged to do more in addressing inflation. The court discontinues the case involving Patrick Mucheleka and 3 others. I am Precious Mzea Sakaleji. Remember to always wear your mask, wash your hands for at least 20 seconds or use alcohol hand-based hand sanitizer. Avoid crowd places. Stay safe and good afternoon.